Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first ever Polytopia World Championship qualifier wrap-up video. For the last 4 weeks, hundreds of participants have been battling it out on the digital field of war, trying to become one of the lucky few who will make it all the way through to the World Championship. Each weekend, 4 tribes competed simultaneously in a mirror matchup to guarantee that each tribe is represented by the best player possible. Let's start with Bardur. After hundreds of games in a single elimination bracket, the finals resulted in a matchup between Slimming Boy and Hypermouse for the Bardur title. In Game 1, Slimming Boy picks up a ruin to easily upgrade the capital to level 3, giving them an early game economic advantage. This left him with more stars to spare, and thus results in him getting a giant much earlier than Hypermouse. And with no way to respond, Hypermouse resigns in turn 13, giving Slimming Boy the win in Game 1 and the upper hand. Game 2 is a much closer affair, where Hypermouse beats Slimming Boy to the initial cities, giving him a massive advantage. Slimming Boy rushes a giant to then try and take a couple of cities back. At this point of the game, both teams are standing fairly equally, but Hypermouse makes a fatal mistake. He leaves a path for one of Slimming Boy's knights to chain almost all of his units, allowing a siege of the capital without any answer possible from Hypermouse, allowing Slimming Boy to take the game. Slimming Boy wins 2-0 against Hypermouse to become the Bardur champion. Let's move on to KICKOO. In the finals, we see Ramdingler going up against Viking the Cat. Beginning with Game 1, Viking, true to his name, picks up sailing rather quickly. This enables him to make great use of his water access, forcing Ramdingler on the defensive. Ramdingler does try to play defensively using giants and catapults, but with Viking never giving up control of the water, Ramdingler ends up in a losing position and resigns, giving Viking a 1-0 lead. In Game 2, Ramdingler gets 2 population ruins, allowing him to make 2 giants. He does learn from Game 1 and uses them to take full control of the water, allowing for rapid sieging, forcing a resignation from Viking. That means it's 1-1, and it's into the final game to decide who takes it. In the last game, Viking picks up a lot of archers early to try and quickly siege Ramdingler's cities. But Ramdingler manages to make giants in time to defend and counters the archers with rider roads to stabilize the position. Ramdingler then uses a knight to chain 10 of Vikings, destroying most of his units, and Viking cities quickly fall in the following turns, prompting a resignation. That means that Ramdingler wins 2-1 against Viking the Cat to become the KICKOO champion. Now let's focus on the IMPERIUS tribe. In the finals, we see Arthur L248 versus Mixu. Game 1 was not off to a good start for Mixu, as his first 3 warriors ended up finding only a single village. This gave Arthur a strong economic advantage early. This is one he kept after rebuffing a giant incursion by Mixu. This would be the theme of Game 1, as by turn 17, Arthur had almost doubled the stars of his opponent, and he wins the game. In Game 2, Mixu gets rider roads to get a city advantage early, whilst Arthur goes for mathematics to get an early giant. He immediately uses this to great effect and takes a city off of Mixu. Bolstered by this, he focused on trade, and a superior economy helps fend off Mixu's larger army, resulting in a 2-0 sweep overall, and Arthur becoming the IMPERIUS champion. Now let's focus on the last tribe of this month, ZEBASI. After a hard-fought tournament, it comes down to just 2 competitors, Justini Linguini and Arvis03. Game 1 started off with very solid plays from both sides. Almost no mistakes from either side means no openings to exploit, turning this into a resource slog. Justini just about got the edge with the superior navy, which they used to gain an advantage over the water, which was enough to secure victory in Game 1. In Game 2, Justini managed to take a city from Arvis in turn 10, kick-starting the momentum for a push. Justini managed to pick up the Grand Bazaar, and also managed to bring in a giant on a besieged city, allowing for a successful defense. This meant that Justini had a large city advantage over Arvis, 6-3, which results in a resignation, and thus our ZEBASI champion is Justini Linguini. After the first month of qualifiers, we have the following players who have made it all the way through to the playoffs in November. For the Bardur tribe, Slimming Boy. For the KICKOO tribe, Ramdingler. For the IMPERIUS tribe, Arthur L248. And for the ZEBASI tribe, Justini Linguini. If you want to know more about the Polytopia World Championship, then make sure to head over to polytopia.io/world-championship, and I'll see you all very soon.